Hello world, you're not riding with the best, and today I'm gonna hit you with some safety riding tips. If you've been doing this for a while, then just take it as a friendly reminder, but if you're a beginner, you need to listen up and pay very close attention, because one of these could potentially save your life one day. Now, I don't know everything there is to know about motorcycle safety, guys, so whatever I miss, help me out and put it in the comments so we all become better and safer riders. With that being said, all eyes on me, and let's begin way before we're swinging a leg over the bike. Your pre-ride inspection. I know what you're thinking. You already know this, right? Question is, are you guys doing it? Over time, we get too comfortable and complacent and we start to skip it. All it takes is a couple of laps around your bike while it's warming up. Start with your tires. Check their condition, tire pressure. Pick one of these up at any auto parts store so you can always have it with you. Go over all your switches and your levers. Move over to checking all your lights and turning signals, and make sure that your lenses are clean front and back. Check for any leaks. Make sure that your plate is secured, and finally inspect your chain. Make sure it's at the right tension and glance over your sprocket. Make sure everything's where it's supposed to be, and that's it. It's simple, quick. Like I said, it can save you a headache. Let's get back on the bike. I'm sure you've noticed that I don't have any mirrors, and that's for a few reasons. First, they were trash. They moved all over the place, or they were always pointing at me. Second, they were hideous. So I installed a nice bar-in mirror that allows me to see anything behind me. And last but not least is that I did not want to rely on them, which is my next tip. Shoulder check every single time you can. It takes a quick second and your eyes will be a better judge than mirrors. So new riders, make it a habit, please. Even I'm guilty of this next one, and that's riding with one hand. I've been riding for at least 5 years. I've done a lot of commuting and long rides, so I understand why we do it, but I try to avoid doing it during heavy traffic, construction zones, or unfamiliar places, of course bad weather or road conditions, and intersections. Remember that if you're a new rider, your reaction time is a lot slower, so by the time you get to it, it might be a little too late, or it can make you jerk the bike, cause you to go down. Visors. I try to ride with it down once I'm going over 40, 45, because man, I've been struck by little rocks or tiniest insect, and not only does it hurt, it can cause a distraction. Get in the habit of, once you reach a certain speed limit, have it down, man, because you don't want something so simple of just being hit in the face or in the eye, on the eye, to cause you to go down. And as you're coming to a stop at that traffic light, make sure you're in first and not neutral, just in case you have to accelerate out of a bad situation. Now, that'll only work if you actually have an escape route. So as you're slowing down, move over all the way to the left or to the right so you can split that lane if you have to. Never be caught right in the center. That's how riders have been crushed before, which is so unfortunate to hear. So keep an eye on the car behind you. Once everything has come to a full stop, that's when you can shift into neutral and relax. It's crucial you guys start implementing this next tactic today. Can't tell you how many times it has saved my butt. I'm talking about covering your brakes. Now, it's gonna be up to your judgment while you ride to determine when you should be doing so, but I believe there's a few scenarios where we should always be doing it. First one, during heavy traffic, whether it's in the city or on the highway. Keeping a couple of fingers hovering over your front brakes will do a lot. Combine that with keeping 2 to 5 car lengths in between vehicles will just help you react faster and increase your chances of being ready. Second, if you find yourself on a lane that has many entrances and exits, perhaps into a shopping center like that, that's another good time to keep a finger or two on your front brakes. I've had many close calls where cars just decide to pull out at the last second. This has also taught me to keep my distance from the vehicle in front of me, especially if it's bigger and could maybe hide me from their line of sight. This also applies to this left middle turning lane. If you see a car waiting there up ahead, be prepared and cover your front brakes. This last spot might be the scariest one, the intersection. I'll try and cover my brakes every time I'm crossing one, but if there's cars in 2 particular spots, I'm not only covering, I'm engaging them ever so slightly, because I don't ever want to hear the "I didn't see you" line. Those spots are this car's turning right on your lane when it's red, and of course the infamous turning left in front of you. Don't ever assume that you've been seen, guys. Practice this, make it a habit, and avoid becoming a statistic. Another way to avoid becoming a number on a sheet is not to ride with the flow of traffic. That's how you blend in. Instead, be a raging river out here, you know? Always moving forward, riding at your own flow on the defense. Now, I'm not suggesting weaving in and out of lanes, but find safety zones or bubbles within traffic and always stay ahead of it. Alright beginners, this is for you. If you don't have a group of friends or riders that you trust and know 100%, find a group in your city that meets up at least once a month, but have them be of an older age group. They're gonna have a lot more experience and they'll gladly pass it on to you for free. So that way, you're able to enjoy the ride and learn your motorcycle all at once. Since typically, those kinds of riders have safety way at the top of their list. Now, with that being said, you're gonna want to ride a lot, every single day, as much as you can if weather permits. We've all done that, but my advice is to take it slow, don't overdo it. Because when you're a new rider, your body isn't used to it. And riding can be mentally and physically demanding. And when you're out here trying to make rational decisions, when where your life is at risk, you want to have clear senses. And I'll add to that with a few points, which is don't ride tired. That's, common sense. But if you're in a bad mood and you're angry and you think that riding's gonna help you let some steam off, sometimes it helps if you're experienced, but if not, it can blur your good judgment and end up having a bad day out here. And when you are riding with that group or on your own, teach yourself to be loose on top and tight at the bottom. If you haven't heard this motorcycle expression, what it means is to not to tense up and lock up your elbows, because that will stiffen up the handlebars and your maneuverability will be negatively impacted. So what you're supposed to do is use your legs and core muscles to hang off the gas tank. That way the load is taken off from your arms and you have better control over your bike, like so. And when the ride is over and you've reached your destination, make sure to get in the habit of turning your bike off with the choke first, then your key. Getting myself a number 43, baby. And when you're done taking care of business, if you're wearing casual sneakers with shoelaces, make sure they're tucked in. These are my Dainese, by the way, because they find themselves wrapped around this, and that can be tragic. So take care of that before you hit the road. Target fixation is very real, and it can affect you whether you ride or not. Of course, it's more common within riders. Looking in the direction where danger is coming from is a deeply rooted instinct, and when we ride, we're trying to tell our brain to do the complete opposite. I'm not a professional, so I'm not here to offer a solution. Instead, I'll try and add a couple of links to videos or articles that I believe can help you out. But make sure you address it, because just because you know how to counter steer, it doesn't free you from it. And that's a wrap, friends. If one life is saved by this video, then everything was worth it. If you're riding away with some knowledge, let me know by going fanatic on that like button, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. As always, meet me down at the comments. Let us know how you stay safe out here in the streets, because I know I missed a few. Broadcasting from the Alamo City. Ride and be free.